Lots of stuff today. Again, I cannot see the comments for about like a minute, 30 seconds, somewhere right in there. So I'll wait for it to load up so I can see it over here. So I'll give it about 30 seconds before I read any of the comments. I think we got one. We got Matthew Aguirre. What's going on, man? Hello. So, again, I was going to wait a little bit, but I want to cruise through this. So, we are going to put together another candy XFKO. So, we're going to put that thing together. I almost had it done. I just needed to sand some stuff. It just wasn't shooting right, and I didn't want to, have it. And then we're going to put together two Stubby regular kits. We're going to do a red one and a black one with the orange kits installed. So we're going to see how that goes. Hopefully this particular blaster just goes together pretty easy, which it should. Everything is already all done. What up, Gridday? Or however you say it. Gridday? What's going on, man? I'm doing this kind of early, so I don't expect 1,000 people to jump on. We are going to do this quick today. I'm hoping for an hour or something-ish. It's tough to say how long this is going to take, but I'm hoping for like an hour-ish to do 3 blasters. I figured why not take you guys along on my journey while I build these things, so I'm not just talking to myself right out here all by my lonesome. I'm looking for some parts and I cannot find them. Alright, let's check to see if they're in here. Of course, guys, I'm missing the... Oh, there we go. I got it. I'm missing the one piece that I need here. This candy blaster should be good. We were close to it last time. I just didn't have time to finish it up. So it's going to look like one of these right here, but it's just going to have the regular tip on there. It's like where there's no fanciness is what I call it right there. Alright, so that is good. Now all we got to do is put on the spring that we already cut. We already did all this. Do this. I mean, usually each is about 25 minutes, somewhere right in there. The painted ones take me much longer because, right, you gotta, like that type of paint job, there's just no easy way around it. It just, you just, right? So those take me at least, I don't know, I want to say a day, but it's, because you gotta paint it, let it sit, paint it, let it sit, paint it, let it sit. So those ones take the longest. Hello, hello. I know, not a lot of people in here. It's just a little too early in the evening, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let me just button this thing up and let's just get this thing out the door. Okay, much better. I had to do a little bit of sanding on this one. It is so hot out here. It's like freaking hot. It's like hot. And I was going to set up the new camera today and computer, so I had a better, so I'm not using my phone, but I just didn't have time to do that either. So you guys got to bear with me on this verticalness for a little more while until I get that all set up. Maybe 3. So this will be like my 3rd one. Oh my gosh, see, this one has an issue with opening. I don't know what it is with this blaster. This one just doesn't like to open. You see that? I push it down, and it just doesn't. Oh, you gotta push it down real hard, and I don't like that. So let me see what is causing that issue here really quick. Well, yeah. It just started, Matthew, so it's all good. Like I said, it's early in the evening, so, you know, I'll pick up. The guy Bob, yo, I'm checking in. Got to go pick up some new waffles here in a few. Yeah. If you're talking about the ones from they sell at Target, the adventure stuff, those are great. The Dart Zone stuff, those are great. So this thing is not releasing like I want it to. It's just not correct. So it tells me maybe this or those levers in there are not exactly right. I don't think it's this. I think it's the lever inside the thing, but I'm just going to bring this down just a hair here. It's about the quality, not the quantity. True, true. Ooh, I forgot to turn on my light, so let me turn on this light here. So mind my absence. All right, there, a little more bright. Yeah, it's so bright. Then I'm going to shade this down a little bit, and then I'm going to tweak this part a little bit. I just want to make sure this thing works. It just feels like it's not. It just doesn't catch right, and it bugs me, guys. I would not send this out if it didn't work right. It's just really wobbly. Let me go. All right, so I sanded that down some. Let's do it just a tad more. Gosh, it is so warm out here in my garage. Super, super warm. But it is 4 o'clock. Usually I do this like it's 5, 6. So just a little earlier today. Okay. Let's put back on this. I really want to put together the stock ones. Those are the ones that I'm really most pumped about. Put the spring on, throw this in. Get back to this, let's button this thing up. Let's try it one more time. This blaster has been, this one's been a little tricky. Because it just doesn't function the way that I would expect it to. So to button that up, button this top up. Okay, seems fine. Okay, I still don't like how hard it is. Oh, I think I see why. This side over here is really, really pushed out. I wish you guys can kind of see that. It is super pushed out. So maybe I didn't screw that one in all the way good enough. So let's check that out. Jeez, I swear these are going to fall the opposite way. I have a feeling I'm going to put them like this because I have a feeling they're going to fall that way. So I think it's because. Oh yeah, that screw right there is not even. So what's happening is this piece right here is not even screwed in all the way. I'm going to use a different screw because this doesn't look like the good one that goes in there. Okay. Again, I didn't schedule this one. I was just like, let's just do it, right? Let's just do a live stream. Okay, this is much better. There we go. Much, much better. It's not sticking out the side. I'm going to double check this side too. Just to make sure. Alright. So let's try this one more time. Throw this together. What up, Benji? Yo! I swear, every time I film these, it's probably like, what, 80 degrees outside? And it like makes it super hot in my garage here. Again, I'm about 30 seconds to a minute behind the comment, so as soon as you guys see it, I don't see it for like another minute. I can see it on my screen right there, but it's just I'm too squinty, right? I can't see it. I got to see it on my little screen right over here. But hopefully about in a week or so, I should have a different format. I'm going to turn it more horizontal, and I'm going to have different camera views so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. And then I can actually see the comments in real time. What up? You're back. You went to the store or whatever that fast? Or whatever? That was pretty quick, man. Alright, so let's throw this thing all back together, and hopefully we will have blaster number 3 completed. We'll have basically a version of all the Stubbys built in the custom series. Oh yeah, totally do. We have the regular XFKOs, Alonso. We have the regular ones, right, which are, they kind of look like, well, kind of like this, right, with the removable barrel. We have the brass grease as well as the inline kit, so you can check the description. And then we just came out with these, which we call our Stubbys. And the Stubbys, especially if you get as a kit, they are far easier to install. And these ones are inline kits, so you get 3 shots in a KO. So it would look something like this. This is our black that we've done. It's like black and red. It's pretty sick. And then we don't have these up. We actually don't have the whole blasters for sale yet in the Stubbys. We're going to do that this weekend. And then we just made, well, we're going to put these up probably this weekend too, where we color this one. This one's called the Candy. We have a couple other ones in line, but yeah, we got a lot of these that you can pick up if you want the standard one, because, dude, they're going, I think we're up to like serial number 78, something like that. So we've sold 78 of the blasters, right? The whole, that doesn't even count the blasters that people got as kits. I think we've sold a lot of those too. So, yeah, they're pretty popular. They're more popular than I thought, I'll tell you that. That's for sure. I thought maybe I'd sell 1 or 2, but you guys, like I said, you guys just buy them up as quick as I can make them. So, probably yelling, get it, go, get it. I guess I don't even know what you yell when you're in a volleyball game. Spike it, get it, yay. Okay, there we go. There we go. I still don't like this. I still don't like this one over here, but it is better than what it was. So we are going to button this thing up so we have examples of them, and we'll go from there. Oh, a whole lot of chanting. Okay. Go team! I don't even know what's a chant. Go team, go, go! Alonzo, you could do 3. You can put in 3 mini or half plate stars. So like I got a couple over here. So check this out. 1, 2, 3. I mean, you technically could fit 4, but the 4th one doesn't really work all that great. So you go like this so it fits into the end of the barrel. 1, 2, 3, and it shoots about 100, and, depending on your dart, about 120 FPS. So it's really, really hard. And same concept with these, right? It's just pink, right? They are pretty crazy, especially if people only know the KO for 1 shot. They don't know that more are coming. They have no idea. I get people all the time. All the time. So we're just going to button this one up real quick. And then we will get to making the stock. We're making a red and orange and a blue and orange today. Matthew, I am. We have the Dart Zone MK2 kit, like you see. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we have this, right? I mean, you guys all know about that. So we made this, all the green stuff. We were trying to make this, the grip back here, but it's very difficult. I was close. I'm like very close. It was just like, do I spend my time doing that, or do I spend my time on making these Stubbys? You know, the Stubbys for me were great because I knew I could do it. Like I knew I could do it. I just had to do test iterations and things like that. So I didn't finish the top on those, but we do sell the MK2 kit. But there's a couple other blasters that I'm looking to make stuff for. It's just, I want to make sure I have a complete just awesome line for. Oh, see, it's doing it again. It is just not. That breech is just not wanting to. You know what? I'm gonna put this one aside again. Oh, this one is the bane. This is the bane of me. But I wanted to have all three, right? I wanted to have all three of the different tips that we have. So check that out. We have the square one, the cylinder one with whatever, and then we have the regular one. So that was my whole point, is I want to do those. So now what I want to do is we are going to. This one really bugs me. It just doesn't. It's just the latch in there. Something is like. It just doesn't want. It just doesn't want to delatch, and it bugs me. So I'm gonna put that over there. I'll put it over here. And let's do. Oh, geez, what should we do first? Let's. What should we do first? Should we do a red in orange or a blue in orange? What do you guys say? Of the stubby. Kind of curious. Whoever says it first, I'm just waiting. I got them right here. I'm just waiting for someone to say red or blue. Whoever says it first, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it from scratch, and it's probably gonna take us 30 minutes. Blue, all right. Easy peasy. So we are gonna open basically a brand new knockout right out of the package. We're gonna open up the two balls. We're just gonna throw them over there. And usually I'll throw these in my little catch over here. And then we're going to go ahead and open this up and take out all the screws. You do that first. And then we'll cut it. And like I said, we're going to do this thing from scratch. So it should take about 25 minutes, somewhere right in there. Everybody's like, do blue, do blue. What's crazy is I think the red and orange is more popular. You know that? It's more popular, so I don't know. How many did I buy? 100. Well, like 90 something, because they ran out of blue. So, I mean, it was like I said, it was a great sale. I mean, for I think was it the reds or the blues were $4. It was one of the two, and I bought a bunch for freaking $4. I was like, oh, you just can't go wrong. And then if you have rewards, what's awesome is you get rewards with that stuff too. So you just can't go wrong. You get a bunch of rewards and you get more cool stuff. So I figured, you know what, that gives me well over enough room to build a bunch of blasters, mess up on a ton, and kind of go from there. So this thing is just not wanting to come apart. Yeah, quite a bit. It was more than that. But you figure, Walmart.com. So Walmart has the, again, I don't know if it's the blues that they have that were $4.69 or $4.17, or it was the reds, and then the other one was like $5 and something cents. That, I mean, the clearance could be gone, right? I don't know. I haven't looked in a day or two, somewhere right in there. So, yeah, a knockout. I mean, it's cheap. I know, right? Like so they had a sale. I think it was Target. Target had a similar sale where they dropped them down to like $5.50 or something each, and I got a bunch back then. But you guys have bought, and I've messed up almost. So at least, so I've sent 70 blasters. So those are the 70 that worked. And, you know, back then when I was cutting them, messing them all up and stuff like that, I mean, I went through at least 10, 15 of them that I straight messed up. So that whole first round of when I got them are all gone, basically. So that's why I was like, I need to get more, like at a super cheap price, because it's dirt cheap, $4. You can't go wrong. Like, you can't even buy a Jolt for that now, like right now. So let alone a knockout. I was like, yeah. You cannot go wrong. Matthew or Alonzo, our greatest, do any of you guys have an actual XFKO of mine? Sometimes I don't know the names, so I look at the names on the chat, and then I try to match it up with names that I know I've sent blasters to. And you know, I see your real name, so I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys actually have one. But right now there's 70 something out in the field, so someone's gonna come. I know a couple people I've seen do have them that they come in the chat. So if you're on headphones, cover your ears for a second because I gotta use my Dremel. So it's gonna be just 1 sec. One done. Alright. So again, I don't Dremel all the way through, if you guys can see that. I just Dremel it enough to cut that big piece off and then just tear it off. Alright, same thing here. And then I get my flush snips or whatever you call these things and go. Yeah, for a knockout, yeah, $4 you can't go wrong. And then you could just buy the kit from our Etsy shop and literally throw, like I said, you're going to do exactly what I'm doing right now, or you might have better methods. If you guys ever have better methods, please let me know in the comments, because half the stuff that I'm doing here is just all it's just all self-taught stuff, right? I didn't learn this thing from anybody, so. Like I said, you guys can always leave comments on your orders too. If you guys ever order a thing on Etsy, you guys can always leave comments and I will try to accommodate as needed. So I'm just, again, cutting this all up, getting this super close, and that is super close. We will file it here in a minute. We will now cut these. Yeah, I think I have them listed for like 45, which is super cheap. Figuring it cost me like 15 for, it cost me 15 for shipping. It cost me, you know, 5 or 10 or whatever for the blaster. So there's not a lot of overhead in here. And then I got, you know, it cost me money for the parts, for filament, for 3D printing, electricity. So I won't get rich by any means, but you know what? If I can make a few of you guys happy with getting some of these, and tagging some people out if you guys are playing in a game or whatever, that is so worth it to me. There's a bunch of, like locally, I had a bunch of people message me saying that they're local and they want me to come out to some of their games and bring some of my stuff. But I was like, oof. It's like, I don't know if I have time yet, you know, because they're like kind of like on Saturdays at like 2 p.m. and stuff like that. But I definitely want to head out to a couple of those and be like, hey, like check out some of the cool stuff that I've created if you guys are, you know, if you guys are interested. Okay, so first grip is done. Let's work on the second grip. Whew, you guys hear that? It's like flying. It's super flying off. Now we're just going to cut this up. Alright. And hopefully my internet doesn't go out like last time. I had like a bunch of people watching and my internet went out and then it came back on and then I was like, yeah, and it just goes out again. So I swear, if it goes out, I'm going to be like, someone's playing some games. Someone's playing some games on me if that happens. But hopefully our internet doesn't go out. It wasn't the internet local, it was internet in the area. So I was like, okay. No one's flipping my internet switch while I'm doing a live stream just to get me off the live stream. I said, you've done enough. I've seen enough. You're done. Okay. So these are all cut. Let's file this stuff and get it done. Flying off as fast as your blaster shoot. Yep. They're like, let's file this down. Make sure you don't file yourself if you guys are doing this with me. Okay, that looks good. I should probably not do these live streams so that people don't take all my secrets on how to build these things, right? You guys know all my secrets. All right, man. Have a good one. Not too many people on today. It's all good. It is a random Thursday, so it's not too bad. All right, shells are done. Let's start putting this bad boy back together. Yeah, I plan to get my, again guys, I plan to get my my computer in here set up so I can do a better layout so people can actually see what the heck I'm doing. Otherwise, you're just kind of like, I can't really see behind all those blasters right there, what the heck he's doing. So that will come soon enough. Probably this weekend, I think, is when I'll do that. So. All right, one side is good to go. Let's do this other side here. And then we'll clean up these parts, get the plugs in there, and this thing is going to be ready to rock and roll. That's what I love about the new Stubby series that we're doing is you'll be able to create these things really, really fast. I missed the last 2 live stream, man. Glad to be here. It's all good, man. I just do them random. I didn't really set them up to be scheduled. Like, I guess I could do that, so more people know, but it'd probably be better. Okay, so we got the 2 sides set up. Now we want to put in the plug into this back. So again, I just cut out the air restrictor. Don't really need that. That should just come out just like that. I'll usually save some of the parts in here, like especially the spring. You never know. I mean, you never know if I might design something and I might need it, and then I don't cut out everything. Again, I just cut out the little parts there. We'll pop off this O-ring because we don't need it. And I already have an orange plug here. I'm just going to clean this up really quick with my de-chamfering tool here. Okay. I'll clean out the inner base thing here. Alright, and we will just test fit it. Just make sure it fits in. There's a little groove that fits in a little groove. Okay, it's good. So let me get my super glue. Give me one sec. I'm going to grab our O-rings while we're at it. And we'll put a few O-rings on this bad boy. So there is a main O-ring which goes on the top. Again, if you guys get the kit, you guys already know. And then there is a bumper one that sits in the back. So the bumper one is more just a bumper. So when the inner barrel hits up against this, it's not just slamming it, right? It's really just kind of squishing that O-ring down. Sometimes you can double up that back bumper O-ring right there if you put these like polyurethane ones on there. You can bump it up. It is completely up to you. I mean, you get a little increase, but then it's really tight in there, and I'm like, ugh. So just kind of keep that in mind. So we're going to put the thing in here, and my super glue is actually, it dries pretty quick, so we'll just put a little super glue in here. Not a ton. All right, and then we'll line up the 2. Oh, geez, I dropped it. let me get it. All right, so we will line up the 2 grooves, and it just sits in there. Boom. Push it in, let it sit. I'm going to give that thing like a couple minutes to dry fully. And it doesn't matter which one we take here. Again, this is our little Stubbys. A lot of you guys already know about this thing. It's basically the whole inline barrel all in one. We will take off my support material in here from when I 3D printed it. And again, these take forever to 3D print. If any of you guys are into design and stuff like that, whew, designing something and then printing it is a whole nother world. Like when you design it, you're like, oh, that's sweet. But then to print that, it's literally like 17 hours, something like that. 17, 18 hours. And I got decent printers, and it takes a long time. And then I'm frustrated when one of them doesn't print right, and you're like, what do you do? it didn't print right. I'm just out of luck. So we're going to put a little glue on this back piece right here. And some people ask why I put glue here. And I just put it on the, I don't know if this will come out. I just put it on the ledge there because this is a very high stress part. You don't need a lot of glue. And I'll usually get a piece here and I'll just kind of level it out. So what the super glue does is just kind of give it that extra just strength on that bar that holds the barrel actually in place when you cock it back. So if you ever get a kit from me and you're like, why is there glue there, XFox? You know why. So again, I just put it right down there on the bottom. It's just a trick. It's just a trick that I've seen. Does it add to the longevity? I don't know. I mean, I've shot some of my XFKOs, like I said, like the original, like this. I've shot in this one probably, I don't even know, 200, 300, 400. I mean, so many times that I'm like, okay, you know, and there's no issue. But I do that because I feel like maybe later on down the road, if you're firing way more than I do, then yes, it will definitely help out. So, so we got the front and we got the back. So I'm going to clean up these parts because I didn't clean these up yet. So when I clean it up, all I'm doing, guys, is I just have this deburring tool. You get these like at Home Depot, Lowe's for like $5, Amazon, and it just takes off the edge on some of the 3D printed stuff, right? It just kind of takes off the sharp edge. So it's nothing. It is nothing special, and I use this thing all over the place. All over the place. You guys will see me use it quite a bit. And we're going to grab our front, and we're pretty much going to do the same thing. We're just going to take off some of this stuff. If you guys get the kits, you guys don't need to do this. I do it, so I'm just doing it because I forgot to do it before my stream. Let's clean this part up. Is there anybody in the chat that actually has a blaster? An XFKO blaster? And if you do, what is your serial number? I'm curious. Or you don't have to tell me your serial number, it's okay. So this should be good, so we'll start putting everything back together. And all my screws here, or else I'll forget them. The chances of somebody having a blaster that's in the chat right now is probably not too high. But you never know. I know some of you guys that I've seen in the chat, I know have them for sure because I've seen your face on the thing, and then I've seen your face on your Etsy profile. Okay. So let's add in the trigger. Let's add in this catch. Perfect. Let's go grab the other piece over here. Right there. So far, so good. And again, if you guys want like real instructions on how to put these things together, we have that. We have the whole video again right now. It's just you're just kind of hanging out with me, putting these things together. Okay, drop the catch. That looks good. Drop this. You guys are officially going to watch me do the first blue stubby. Haha. So what I've noticed, see this one doesn't want to catch, so I'm going to bend that rod that does the catch. And I've noticed this, these ones that I got on clearance from Walmart, they're not all that great. I'm going to tell you that right now, guys. They are what looks to be versions 3 and 4, and right now they're up to version 6 when it comes to the XFKO. And the way you guys can tell is when you open it up, there's numbers on your part. You probably can't see it there. There's numbers on your parts, and it'll tell you what your version is. So I've noticed maybe that's why they're getting rid of some of these, is because they are not the latest versions. But it's okay. It just requires a little more work. All right, so let's throw that back in. But this might be stuff you guys see at home and be like, I don't know what's going on. It's probably because of that. So it's because some of the stuff they send you is on clearance for a reason. But I've seen it so many times that I'm like, okay, no biggie, no biggie. All right, so we got that. We got our stubby all cleaned up and ready to go. Literally, it is just a plop in and push out. We're going to cut our spring a little bit here. So we just bend 3 or 4 back. We'll get our cutters. Cut the spring. We will pull back 3 or so on this. Put it on there. Okay, and we will put our bottom on. Hopefully nothing pops out here. Okay. Perfect, our bottom's on, so let's button this up and let's see how she shoots. So again, usually I will put one at the bottom first, put a screw at the bottom first, because that bottom is the part that usually pops out and then makes you want to have to redo the whole thing. So I'm going to put 2 at the bottom just to secure all that. All right, and now we will button up the front. There we go. It's kind of rubby. It's okay. We will throw a few of these in there. And custom. That's your thing. You're like, and custom. Now, do any of you guys in the chat, did any of you guys design your own stuff? See, that's like really rubby on there. See that? It's like really, really rubby. But I want to see and shoot this particular blaster. Just want to see how this particular one's going to shoot. I want to see the FPS on it really quick. Is the really big one for me. So I'm going to grab my trusty old chronograph. I'm putting all the things here, but let's put in 2 darts and see how this thing goes. All right? Let's get the FPS. Which isn't bad. Okay. Dude, I think I messed up on that one. Don't watch that one. Gotta go like that. Put it in there. 113. Let's try a bamboo. Bamboos tend to be a little bit smaller of a dart. 119. Not bad. I feel like maybe the seal isn't 100% on this one. Let's try something really quick here. Let's push it all the way back. Oops. There we go. 119. So I mean, not bad. It shoots pretty good, right? Not bad for a stock blaster you and I just put together in like a couple minutes. Not bad, like at all. Except see, I feel like on this round of blasters that I got from Walmart, these versions 2 and 3 seem to be a little bit different than the 5 and 6s. They seem to rub a little bit on this front side than anything. And I feel like the later versions, we should pull a I'm going to go pull a red. We're going to do a red next. I'm going to go pull a red from my old stack. So just give me a second, guys. I'm going to pull a red from my old stack and see if it is different than a red from the newer stuff that we have here. So we'll see. All right. So this is a red version. This is from my first round. I think I probably got this one like 2 or 3 months ago. Comparison to the Walmart clearance ones that I just got. I have a feeling like something is different with those ones comparison to like all the other ones that I've had. I've never had them rubbed before here, like in this front part. So I've never really seen that before. That's new to me. On all these other ones, they've been perfectly fine, but it seems like this batch that I've gotten for these ones seems to be rubbing a lot. And I could see where it rubs. You could see it on the barrel. It's right in the front is where I'm seeing this thing rub. So, yeah, let's hack together a red one here really quick, and let's just see how that goes. So we'll put this like right here. Oh, you guys can't see that. There we go. So we're going to do a red one and do it again with the orange kit to kind of see how it goes. So that blue one didn't take that long at all. Not long at all. I mean, I've only been on stream for about 41 minutes, and we have pretty much hammered out 2. So brand new right from the package. We'll take the 2 balls and just throw them in my thing. You guys can't see it over there. I got a catch thing over there. We are going to unbolt this thing and pretty much do the same thing that we just did on a red one. And I'm going to see if I'm running into the same issues or not with this. Because I had no issues with the other ones that I've done, but those were earlier knockouts that I got. So. See some comment, but I can't see it. I don't design stuff, I only mod them and add attachments, suppressors, red dots. Hey, man, that's all good, man. I just got into the design aspect of it because I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if you could do this, or that, whatever it is? I thought that'd be super sweet. So, and then I'm like, oh great, now I gotta 3D print it, right? So we're gonna do a little red one here. That one? I mean, it looks alright. It's kind of your classic. It's kind of like your classic Nerf, I guess. I mean, it does look pretty cool. Okay, so same stuff as before, guys. I'm just going to dump all the screws out. Good. I'm going to take all the inner stuff out. Half the stuff we won't even use again. So this one's version 6. So I think this is 3 versions newer than the version of the the version of the knockout that I just opened from Walmart's clearance. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this goes. Yeah, the blue and orange. That reminds me of a classic blaster right there. Just your classic blue-orange blaster. And the reason why I'm doing this again is so that when I officially put the Stubbys for sale, I mean, they're like a bunch of these are already ready to go, so that you guys don't have to wait. I mean, you don't wait super long now. I know on Etsy sometimes people are like waiting like a month and a half. I'm like, a month and a half? I'm like, what are they doing? I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, a month and a half for a blaster? I'm like, what is the person selling it? What are they doing? Because essentially, again, I could print all those parts in a day. 2 days if one part takes like 18 hours, right? So again, for all you headphone users, just give me a second. One side done. Alright, both sides done. And I know I make this look really easy, only because I've done literally about 100 of these. So I know the first time that I did this and did these mods, it was pretty tricky. I'll tell you that, because I didn't know what to cut. I didn't know the right tolerances. I didn't know the easiest way to do it. But now the hardest part for me was always this trimming. I used to Dremel all of this off and then just keep Dremeling and Dremeling and Dremeling. And that a lot of times would mess things up, where if I Dremel too much or I went too far. But now I just Dremel half and then I just trim the rest. And I mean, it is night and day. I cannot stress, like, it is night and day over what I used to do. Yeah, all good, man. That was awesome. You got the green one, was that right? The green kit? If I remember right. I think I sent that Monday or something like that. I was gonna say, Eric, you should look at that brass, man. That you see how that brass is cut? Tell me that isn't good. Like, put it in the comments and tell me it's not good. you know when you look at that brass and how it's cut, you're like, okay, Xfox knows what's up. He knows a thing or two about cutting some brass. No, I'm super proud of that brass breech kit, man. When you put that thing in, dude, that thing is gonna be, oh my gosh, that thing is gonna shoot so hard, like, oh. It's probably gonna shoot like 140. I don't even know. I'm gonna yeah, somewhere right in there. It's gonna be crazy. But I think I think I threw in a few extras, right? A barrel or something like that. I was just like, have fun with some extras. And I was gonna say, no, I did not throw in a unicorn vomit thingy. I was thinking about it, I just didn't have time. I was like, you know what would be hilarious? If I sent you a body and been like, hey, like, here's some unicorn vomit, body, enjoy. I thought about it. Yeah, see, the brass is smooth as butter. I'm telling you. And the more you use it, it gets so good. Oh yeah, look at that. Little Nerf talk. What is up? And NSU 48. What's going on, Nerf talk? I'm doing this one a little earlier than I typically do. But we are already 2 blasters deep right now, which is great. We are absolutely cruising. So for all of you guys who just came in, we literally we finished up. Where'd it go? Where did I put it? Oh my gosh. Okay, we finished up this. So this is, again, you guys have already seen this. It just has the different tip, right? So we retweaked that one, and then we made a stubby, just regular XFKO, right? Same thing as most people have. It just has a stubby front. That's all. And the install went absolutely fast. That would have been great. I know. I thought about it, man. I was just like, okay, that thing's going to take me some time to put together. And I literally have 2 of them out there right now that need to be hydro dipped. I'm just like, do I do the same colors that I've done, or do I test something? And then if it looks like junk, again, it comes out like this, like where I was trying to do my other. And it's just like, what am I going to do with this one? This one is just, ugh. It's just like, I messed up so bad that I'm like, I don't even know if I should, like, I'd feel bad if I gave that as a giveaway. Like, here, have this blaster. And they're like, what happened to it? And I'm like, I tried spray painting it and I suck. I'm really bad. I'm waiting on my Walmart order still for the sale. Once they come in, hopefully it'll be here in time for the weekend. Yeah. I had a one Walmart order that it took an extra like 7 or 8 days to get for some reason. I don't know why. But I ordered, like I said, a ton of them because when I get them at $4, it allows me to bring a lot of savings to you guys. I mean, right? I can just I can just get them super cheap, discount my blaster some, and allow people to get them that, you know, might not have the extra few dollars to get something custom. So I just watched your video, Nerf Talk. Oh, I did it right before this, about the accuracy test, right? The accuracy. So what I was thinking, since you have like every blaster known to man, Nerf blaster known to man, what you could do is, I was thinking like you could do like a bracket, right? And you could be like, I don't know, you know, like, I don't know, you know, some blaster versus some blaster. So you have two brackets, and they like kind of, whatever, you shoot 10 shots and whatever, and then it kind of like, it kind of breaks down until, you know, kind of like the NCAA. I'm not huge in that, but kind of like that. And then like you just, you know, have an elimination bracket, tell you at the end and be like, look, overall, this blaster is the most accurate blaster of all the blasters. I don't know. I just thought that would have been kind of cool. And I mean, yeah, you got the resources to do that, right? I don't have that scalability. Nerf Talk, you can't order from the United States. I know you're in Canada, but you can't order from the United States Walmart. I would like to assume they would do the same type of discounts, right? I would assume. But again, I don't know how that works. Okay, only if you pick one side. Oh, maybe I should do that. Okay, I'll pick 8 blasters. It's gonna be XFKO Stubby, XFKO Brass Breach, XFKO Lion. No, I'll pick 8 and kind of go from there. So I'd be curious. You never know. I mean, who, you know, the SR might take challenge. Waffles obtained. The guy Bob. Nice. When you say waffles, you mean like the Dart Zone Pro stuff, like a Target? Is that what you're talking about? Because if you are, I mean, those are really, really good. Those are, I mean, I have no complaints about those at all. So again, for a lot of you guys who just jumped in here, check it out. We just created this one right before this. Look at that. Blue and orange. Stubby. Not too bad. These will probably go on sale here in a little bit. Probably this weekend. I just wanted to create a couple so I can take pictures of it and do all that good stuff. So it's just like the original, except it's more suited for 3 darts, not 4. And to be honest, the 4th dart was usually not the best. So I usually, on all my inlines, I usually just did 3 darts. Yep, darts on. Yeah. They're so good. You're talking. Let me pull up something when I'm done screwing in this thing here. You are talking about these bad boys, right? The Pro Darts. I hope so. So if you guys ever see me reaching, that's where I'm digging. I'm digging into like the stuff right there. I'm digging into all my goodness there. So we're gonna put the other side on. I had a few people comment. They were like, XFox, you put that thing together so fast. And I'm like, yeah, because literally, again, I've done like 100 of these. So, you know, you get good, right? You make it look so easy. Trust me, guys. You know, when I first started modding, I'm just like you guys. Like I had to take pictures of opening it up because I didn't know where stuff went, and I was just like, I was like, what? But now I'm like, okay, I know where everything goes. Fine. The only person that can mess it up is myself. So now we're going to cut out the thing like we did on the last one. Let's cut out that air restrictor. I will save that spring. Maybe I should tell you guys why I'm saving these springs. I don't know yet. I don't know if you guys are ready. I got stuff that I have stuff that I haven't even released on my Etsy store yet. So as many of you guys know, I am trying to not only make just normal Springer blasters, right? I am trying to make an electronic blaster too. And I'm close. There's still just a lot that I don't know how long it will, you know, like last for. And I don't want to be like, oh, okay, it worked for 5 clips. cool. I want something that, you know, if I design a new flywheel, I want to make sure it doesn't go bad in like 2 weeks. And that's the most difficult part for me is I want to get it out to you guys super quick. And I know I've talked with some of you guys about it, but I kind of just kept it under wraps because it's something that it's like close, but I'm just not there yet. So yeah, the square one. You know what I was thinking? I keep telling you all my secrets. I was gonna actually make one that was a little bit. It's kind of off center, so it was bigger down this way, right? So right now this is centered with the. It's really centered with the barrel, but I wanted to make it like longer down here so it was more squared up. I don't know. I was gonna. I mean, it's not that hard to print. It's just okay, or it's not that hard to design. It's just that I gotta print it, and I'm like, all right. So. As soon as you bathe them, whoa! Watch out! I better hide that one. You still gotta say this square question is Nerve Talk. It is going to be a half-length dart blaster. So it's gonna be like. I guess I really don't have anything like I don't have anything like it on my wall right now. But I was gonna be like, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a pistol of sorts. It's not gonna be. It's not going to be like an SMG of any type. It's gonna be a pistol type. It's just where I'm starting. Again, I don't really know any better when it comes to electronic blasters. Like, I have an idea of what I want to do. I just, you know, I'm just like, okay, let me just start here and see if it's even a thing. Like, even if it's a good idea. I mean, it could be a horrible idea, but I think so far is not that bad. I'll give you that. It's not that bad. The stuff that I've tested. Maybe on the next stream I'll show people what I got. I just know people are gonna be like, "That's trash." I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." So let's just test it. Fit it. Okay, that fits good. Little stuff in here. I like the gel blasters. The only reason why I like a gel blaster is because I used to paintball a ton, guys. I'm talking like every weekend I would go paintballing and just. I like the competitiveness of it and the aggressiveness, being able to run and sprint, and then and it's I really like that. But it just got really pricey, you know. A lot of you guys know it's it's not cheap to go paintballing, especially if you're going to go all the time, right? It is not cheap by any means. So let's clean this up a little bit. Again, you guys don't ever have to do this, but you see this stuff? You can't see it on there now, but watch. You see me? You guys see that piece? That's a support piece. So that's just a piece that supports some of the printing material when printing, and then also on this side, you guys can't see it, but I mean, look at this. It's a support piece. So I do all that even before you guys even see it, unless you guys are 3D printing it yourselves, right? So there we go. We got this ready. I'm going to clean up the trigger and the front piece right now. Reusability is way high. That's why I'm in a nerd. Yeah, no, I agree. I just like the I just liked how they shot. They were really cool. It's just, and I'm telling you, man, I was impressed when I put some of the gel balls into a little cup thing and I had it there, and man, like 10,000 shots. I was shooting just all day long. I was just blasting away, and I'm like, this has got to come to an end here soon. Like, and I got to the point where I'm like, I don't even know if I could shoot all these. It's just too much, right? I'm destroying plants and pop cans, just tearing through them all. And I might as well clean up this front again before we put this all together. I mean, like, we're almost in the home stretch here, and I've been chit-chatting with you guys the whole time. So it shows you the effectiveness of this new stubby kit. Like, it takes a few steps out of the process, like, that you don't even have to do anymore, which is awesome. So. Let's just clean this up. Nerve Talk, have faith. I know. Whoop. I know. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's just I want to add, before I show everybody, I always want to add a little flair to it or add something, something cool to it. But that's the reason why I created multiple fronts for the Stubbys, right? Why I created the block or the square one, and then I created the circular one there. That's why I created multiple, because I'm like, okay, people will probably like the square, but will they like the, you know, the circle one, or will they like the plain one? And I was like, I'll just make a few. It's really easy once you get the design done, then you can just kind of tweak it some. So, oh, the all white one, the one I was going to call like whiteout or whatever. Unfortunately, if you here's whiteout right now. Look at it, it's on the ground. I was just kind of tweaking it some. I got to redo some of the paint on the outside as my test, but yeah, it's right there on the ground right now. So that one is probably the easiest one to do because it's just white. I just spray white all over it, and then I just gloss it, and it's good to go. I don't have to, like, you know, fade it, and then, yeah. Jay's looking forward to the mod. I'm telling you, he's gonna cruise. He's gonna cruise through putting it together. It is again, it is night and day over the other one, right? Because where you had to like line that thing up and super glue it, and then like look in there, and then just kind of hold it for a second. That's a thing of the past. That is a thing of the past. And essentially, I mean, to be honest, I can make that tip the same length. I could, but I was like, no, I want to call it stubby. I want to make things more complex. Maybe it's a bad idea. Maybe it's a bad idea, though. But we'll see. We'll see. I am so pumped for all the customs of the ideas that I have, the custom stuff, that I'm like, yes, I want to get that. I want to get that out there so you guys can, you know, test it, use it, all that stuff. So this weekend I should be able to do the other two customs that I want, and then officially put the Stubbys for sale. It's nice. I'm feeling like that's gonna tip. It's gonna tip over. I know it. It is gonna tip over. I can feel it. I can feel it. See, I'm like pushing down on this. I'm like, don't tip them all. Don't tip them all. The guy Bob, what do you? What's your primary that you use if you're still in here? You know what's funny, Nerf Talk, is I don't think I know what your favorite is. What is like your favorite blaster? You have every blaster in the world. What is your favorite blaster? I'm curious. You have like you have every blaster. When I was like, hey, do you have this, and this? You're like, yes. Not that one. I'm like, jeez. And it was only the newest one. It was only the latest one. That's what's crazy. So where's the X? What do you mean, where's the X? Like on this? Have a good one. Dinner time. It's 5 o'clock. Just joking. Okay, so let's put all the rest of this. I think that's what you're talking about, right? You're like, where's the X? You're talking about that. I'll put all the rest of this in there. That looks great. This looks good. Oh, the blow up X. Where is it? The X shot. The X shot X. Right now. See, I mean, I guess I could take. Maybe I should do that. Does anybody want to take a quick look at the XFox Studio? Like, what is like everything here? Would that be an interesting video? Should we do that at the end? Do you guys want to see like what is on the ground of the XFox Studio and where the X is currently sitting? I know a lot of you guys probably are like, yeah, what is he digging for over here? What's over here? I mean, a lot of in the videos you guys see this, but you guys don't see what's back here. You guys don't see the goodness that's back here. There's some pretty good stuff here. The infant. See, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would not have guessed that. Okay, so maybe once I finish this, we'll just take to end the stream. I'll take you around the XFox garage. and show you guys some of the goodness that's behind here. Because see, you guys really can't see like what I'm digging in here. You can't see what I'm doing over here. You really can't see anything down here. So we'll do that towards the end. But yeah, the big X is literally outside the garage door right here. I blew it up. It was in the front yard. Like I said, it was just. I don't even know where you could store it. I mean, you could probably put it in the doorway, and it would be a door of sorts. So it's literally sitting there. But like I told you, I have a lot of good plans for that thing. What I want to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it this weekend, but I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do something cool, I think, for it. So, and I looked at the other X-Shot trick shot videos, and yeah, nobody has done what I want to do yet. Nobody, and I don't think anybody's going to do it. I think people have gotten the idea, but I don't think anybody has executed it yet. I mean, I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. Of course, some extras on it, like the Titan 50 rounder. Woo! You need to get a vinyl Fox and put it on the giant X. That would be nice, right? That would be nice. I want to sit here and be like, hey guys, I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do to it. But I don't want anybody to steal my idea. I don't want anybody to steal my idea. Because, yeah, it's... You guys, when you guys see the video, you'll be like, oh, that's what he's talking about. Friggin' jeez. You'll be like, man, what a weirdo. Or maybe you might say, that's pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. What up, Rico 008? Better hurry. I know, I'm getting there. Okay, so let's put the scene together. So again, this is what's so sweet about the Stubbies. I don't have to glue anything with this. I just put it in and it's done, right? It's already all lined up with the stock back. But again, what I've been noticing is with the latest round, or the latest versions of the Knockout, which are older versions, stuff is not working right with the old. These are like versions from at least 2 years ago, I have a feeling like. And some people ask me, they're like, how do you know? So when you open it up, you'll notice that on some of your parts, especially this trigger, this says 6. This will say like C2. You probably can't see it. That's how you know what version of the Knockout you have. And the versions that I was getting before were like version 3, version like 4, where I'm like, man, I'm already on like 6, somewhere like an 8. And the later versions are the ones that usually don't have problems. So it ain't gonna slip. It ain't gonna slip. See, I already forgot about it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the big X. No, it ain't gonna slip. It will not. It will not slip. I just, all I can say is I got one shot at what I can do, and it's outside of my expertise. Like I know stuff, but I don't know how to do what I want to do with it. So, you know, I think last time a couple of you guys were like really close on my ideas on what I wanted to. I couldn't execute. I'm like, I can't do that like in one day. It takes some planning. Zeku Zan, got a head injury, so I haven't been able to games that much. Oof, yeah, man, take it easy. Head injuries are no joke. No joke. I know when I'm out mobbing my mountain bike around and jumping stuff, full face helmet, man, most of the time. Most of the time. Yeah, I don't want to crash and bang up my noggin, right? Yeah, see, these ones are definitely different. The versions that I got from, I think I grabbed the right one from. These are definitely different. The catches or something are different than the stock ones that I've been getting. So now you guys are seeing what I run into is where you never know what versions of a blaster you're going to get from the knockouts, right? You just don't know until you open it up. I'm going to try something here. Woo! What happened? Like, what did you do? Zeka? However you say it, Zuku? Zeka? Like, what happened? Like football? Ride your skateboard? Like What the heck? We're all kind of curious. Oh, so my comments are like, my comments are way behind. Oh, there we go. Let me get another thing here. Tripped and hit the back of my head. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Did you see stars? Like when you were getting up? Like seriously? That happened to me one time riding my mountain bike, and I didn't have a helmet on. I remember telling myself, "Ha, I won't fall." Sure enough, I fell, and I literally fell and did like a whiplash into a rock, and I saw stars. And when I tell people that, they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I saw stars." It was like little like. Yeah, Nerf Talk. I mean, I think so. What I've noticed is with some of the older versions, I can get a lot of shots out of, but then I notice they start going wonky. Like the regular XFKOs, they start going wonky whether you can't cock it and it doesn't go in, or something funny goes on with it. I've noticed that. Oh, did that come off? Yes, it did. Oh my, okay, so that front came off, which is kind of weird. Let's grab another front and do it again. So I've noticed that, where they'll work great for a little bit, but some of these I use very heavily for testing, and I'm just like, okay. And then I take a look at some of the differences between like version 3 and 6, and they do like little small things, like things to the plunger. Like the plunger in here is version 5. The big piece, it's version 5. But version 6, I think that they put something in the tube so when you pull it down, the inner part doesn't twist. Normally it twists. So on version 5 and whatever back, they didn't have that. So sooner or later on your knockouts, you'll be like, why does it not catch? And so when you open it up, it's going to be because, yeah, there's just the cylinder inside had no guide, but on versions I think 6 and up there's a guide, so that piece just stays. So again, it's just a little piece of knowledge that I've seen. And then also they started moving to a different, that metal hook piece that goes from the trigger down. They changed that up too. It looks the same, but it's like a different type of material. I think it's like stainless instead of whatever. Okay, so okay, let's put this thing back together. And to get this bad boy testing and shooting again. Come on, get in there. Luckily, I didn't black out, but I was in pain for the rest of the day. Yeah. Tripped and hit my back with my head. Wait. Nerf Talk, you tripped and then you hit your tooth on something? Luckily I didn't black out, but I was in pain for the rest of the day. Oh, face first into a curb off my bike. Off like a mountain bike or like a road bike or a dirt bike? I guess the list goes on, right? I really want the Aeon, but in Canada they're 40. Oh yeah, I think they're like 29-ish here in the States. Matthew, what did you miss? Were you here for this when we finished this one? The blue and orange stubby inline? I wasn't sure if you were. Or this. Oh, actually, no, wrong one. We put those ones together. We finished this one. Okay. We would be done with this. We would be done. We're getting close. Oh, on your 10 speed. Yeah, I guess that could have been worse, right? What if you did like a lot and you like did like, oh, I'd be like, uh-oh, it's denture time. If that happens. So again, I know we have more people in here now. Well, kind of, we had like 15 or 14 or whatever the case was. So out of all of you guys who are in here now, how many of you guys do have have a XFKO. Is it still just the one? Is it still just Nerf Talk? I think there was one other person who said they had one too. We're on serial number 70 something. So there are 70 blasters done by me out in the world. 70. Can you guys believe that? 70? You guys wanted 70 total? 78? Whatever it is. Literally just sent one off this morning. And then again, if you got one, what is your serial number? I'm curious. Yeah, you got a lot of that. You got custom ones. You got super custom ones. I mean, literally, your serial on one of them is Warhawk. You know that's a 1-of-1. You know that is a 1-of-1. Look at that. Look at that, Nerf Talk. You're becoming like the big deal. You're becoming the big deal. Everybody knows you. Every time I go to my other channels that I watch, I'm like, oh look, it's Nerf Talk. It's Nerf Talk. It's Nerf Talk. It's Nerf Talk. At least I could say, hey, I knew Nerf Talk before he had. I think I was one year. I think I was there before. Yeah. See, this is like, yeah, these ones are like, that's super, super tight. Super tight. But we're still going to shoot it and check it out. I think it's this batch that I got. Just super tight. Oh, you have number 7? Wait. Really? Did I send you number 7? Wish I had the rival charger, had a rechargeable battery pack like the Percy's. Yeah, the charger was nice, but the problem with the charger was the battery pack is 7.2 volts, right? Or wait, I got one right here. Yeah. So the problem with these was they're 7.2 volts, and normally if you had all 6 batteries in there, you got oh my gosh, 7.2 volts. Never mind. Never mind. I always felt like with the batteries, gosh, I always felt like with the batteries, when you put batteries in there, I always felt like you got a little bit better FPS than the battery packs here. It is kind of crazy because like these battery packs, I mean, like let's just pull this out. So this is 7.2 volts. That's 7.2 volts. I mean, come on. Really? Really? Or this right here, this is 11.1 volts. So like, really? I mean, it's just that. So I never understood why, especially with the latest hyper, the Mach 100, like why would it use D batteries? Why? Why would you not just have a smaller battery pack like that and just use that? I could never understand it. I'm just like, people who are designing their own stuff is like surpassing like the stuff that Nerf is putting out, and it kind of drives me bonkers. So. At least that's what the plate says. No, real. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm always happy for other people's success, man. It's awesome, because that's what we are all about, is growing as a community. You know, just making sure that, you know, we watch everybody else's videos and do everything. Woo. Come on, get in there, get in there. Ooh, that last one didn't shoot too good. Oh, I didn't put my my extra odor on there. What's up? No, man. Like I said, you know, when I first watched your channel years ago, months ago, whenever it was. I mean, I was like, dang, man. I was like, those guys got you guys got a serious collection, like serious. I thought I had a lot of blasters, but I was like, dude, you are so beyond me that I can't even. I can't even do it, man. I can't even do it. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's just be supportive to everybody, and it only works for everybody. Like when we're all out here supporting each other, I mean that's what it's all about. That is exactly what it's all about. Oh come on! I can't get my second O-ring on here. Yeah, that's true, man. Just making those memories, man. Just making those memories. Like, you know, I would always look back and just think, okay, you know, what if I changed to some other, you know, type of whatever, you know, on YouTube. Oh yeah, you make friends all over the place, and you know, I'd always be like, yeah, maybe I'm doing something different now. You'd be like, yeah, whatever happened to, you know, my buddy up in Canada? Whatever happened to that guy? Where's his channel at? Oh geez, 50,000. Oh gosh, man. I wish you guys can see what I'm shooting at here, which I'll probably show you here in a second. But I'm gonna check my FPS on this. I'm guessing that was about a 120. I'm guessing right there. Make sure it's in there. 113. Okay, I was kind of close. Let's throw 2 in here. Yeah, you subscribed before 100 subscribers. Yeah, I knew I was way early. That's how I met Milos Mods. What's your thoughts on the new heavy SR? I think it's funny but not efficient. Matthew, you know, I wish I could get my hands on like Nerf Talk. Nerf Talk is like, he did like me. You just go to your Target and Walmart, and sometimes I'm like, what is that blaster doing on the shelf there? I didn't even know about it, and maybe it wasn't supposed to be out for a couple months. And he's had it for like what, like a month? And I don't think it's supposed to be out for a while. So I think it's pretty sweet. Okay, 116. Let's try it again. 112. Okay, that's not bad. I'll take that. I think is there another one in there? No. So there we go, guys. I mean, we put 2 blasters together from scratch, and then kind of retweaked this one right here, right? So yeah, boom. You guys officially have seen the first putting together, whatever you want to call it, of the Stubbys on just the regular blasters, not a special custom blaster here. So we did a couple here. So boom. Look at that. So I wanted to get a couple of these done again, so that you guys can see them, right? Like when I put these regular ones up for sale, you guys can see them and what they look like, because sometimes the kit doesn't do it justice. Gosh, it is so brutal. It hits so friggin' hard. I'm like, oh, don't shoot anybody in the face. But yeah, you guys are seeing them. I just want to make one of each so you guys can kind of see. I don't know. I'm thinking that I'm running into issues with the knockouts that I'm getting. They are definitely a little different than the knockouts that I've purchased previous for a non-discounted price, but still, nonetheless, they work great. I can tell, like when I try to do this and it doesn't come out, I can see where it's rubbing on these. Right at the top, like right at the top, that's where they're rubbing. But you know, it is what it is. I think that's easily fixable, definitely for sure. But yeah, I think those look pretty sweet. And again, we have the different barrels for these. I know people keep asking. They're like, why do you have so many tips? Again, it's because I wanted to give you options. So we have the square, we have the circle with the whatever's on there, and then we have the whatever this one is, right? I think Hasbro killed off Rival way too quick. Yeah, I mean, I love the Rival series. I do. I thought Hyper was going to be totally different than what it is. And Nerf Talk, you're right, man. The balls just like bounce everywhere. Like, I shoot it in here, and it's like it's just going everywhere. Yeah, you just saw Justin Jolts. That guy's hilarious, right? He's like, I'm gonna do this, and he's all like, oh my, he's talking like a mile a minute. I'm like, dude, I just got the heavy SR in Canada. Yeah, I have not seen it here yet. Is the barrel smaller for the red one? This one? Nope. It's the same. So it's just different colors, right? It's pretty much the same thing. It's just different color. Maybe it looks different because it's black, but it's the same. If you guys can see, same thing, just orange and black. And black. NB. NFL season. On you hyped? I kind of am. I'm a huge numbers guy, like a huge statistical guy. So I love. I mean, right now I'm in a few different leagues, but we should maybe start an XFox, like start an XFox NFL draft thing or something like that. Maybe get like super deep, like 14 teams in there or something like that. Yeah, no, a good idea, Eric. What I was actually thinking about doing is lowering. I know this is design stuff, but lowering these two right here. These two pieces right here. If I lower it and then it'll sit lower, because I've noticed that on these ones it's the top crown right here that really touches. So if I lower this bottom, it'll bring it down, and I don't have to mess with angles. But no, that's a great suggestion. Yeah, I know I got to reset up this whole thing how I do this, but yeah, it's same thing, just black. These so good, so good. Maybe on my next stream too, I'll show you guys what I have for my electronic blaster, just to show you. There's no frills, no gimmicks on it, and kind of because so you guys can be like, oh, okay, I see what he's making. But it is going to be a half-length dart. It shoots right about 115 FPS right now on 2S, which is really good. I guess you could shoot 3S out of it, but and one of the biggest things right now is I'm trying to source a lot of the electronics for that, right? The switches and the wiring. So I'm kind of unsure of the best place to get those at the best cost. So it's going to be good at the Japanese counterpart. Hasbro's feeling. True. I mean, I feel like Hasbro. I feel like they have their hand in so much, so much Nerf stuff that it's like, I feel like sometimes they don't spend the time to really redefine something. But I still try to get a lot of their stuff. I still try to get a lot of the Hasbro stuff as much as I can. I got the, I did the Nerf Flip Elite, or the Flip 8 yesterday. The 16 should be here today or tomorrow. And then I think the 32, I don't think it's available yet. I couldn't order it on the website. I didn't really like the flippiness of it. I was like, do I cock this thing and then I push it? I was like, ah! So I was like, woo! But look at all these blasters. I am so. You guys don't even know. I am super pumped for a lot of this stuff. So, in the camera. Okay, so we finished what we were supposed to finish. I mean, we've been going about an hour and a half. I wanted to show you guys around my. Kind of like what I have going on here, right? Inside the XFox studios. I know some of you guys wanted to see that. Have you gotten any of those bigger Mega Blasters yet? Yeah, I got the, where is it? I don't have my watch. I got the, the Mega XL, or I forgot the name of it. It has the big clip that you can put in the bottom, and it's battery powered. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I saw the Flip 8 in real life, and it's huge. It's not too bad. I mean, I have it. I think I put it back over there. I have the Flip 8. We just literally did the review on it, right? The Flip 18, it looks like more like a shotgun style with a pump, which is kind of cool. I would love for it to shoot more than one. That would be my preference, right? But yeah, NB, I did pick up the like a long time ago the whatever it was, the Nerf Mega XL or whatever it was. It is pretty cool. It was alright. I just liked how it took the blasters, but it was kind of pricey. I think it was like $50 or something like that. Okay, guys. Well, we finished what we were supposed to do. I've been chatting way longer than so we did these right here. We put the final touches on this. Just put it together. It was already ready to go, and then we put together these two, right? And again, I'm just doing these because when I officially put these for sale, I know there will probably be a few of you guys that want to get the lower serial numbers. So I'm like, look. I'll get them out ASAP. My lead time is usually about a week, but to be honest, I ship them in like 3 days. I mean, it's really, really quick. A lot of my stuff, I don't, you don't wait long, like a month and a half. So let's take you around my thing here. So I'm gonna go grab the camera. And so I don't know what the picture's gonna look like here, but look at this, guys. So here's all my project stuff. Here is a lot of the stuff down here that I need to do reviews on, so you guys can kind of see I got some X-Toy stuff. I got some Adventure Force stuff. I got some more gel blasters like right here. They sent me a bunch of those. There's the X-Shot stuff I got to do. But this is... I'm trying to look at the camera too. So a lot of this stuff is my working stuff. So this is my Dremel that you guys always hear me cut with. So I just have it in a vise. All this stuff that I use for a lot of my mods, you know, whether it's the snips or the drill or whatever, you guys can see all that. You guys can see down here along my wall a lot of stuff that you guys cannot see. Don't laugh at my mess back here. I swear it's organized chaos. I swear, right? So here's what we can see, or what you guys can't see. That's what I'm getting that's what I'm getting the stuff off of. What does it say? Canon has all the blasters have been leaked. What? But here's all the stuff that we've done. Here's more stuff over here that you guys can't see. This is a lot of my tools and things like that, or like, you know, the other ones that I've done. Again, here's a lot of the custom kind of stuff that I have that I've seen. Here's a lot of the XFKO stuff. Look at all that stuff. Woo! Look at it. That's why I can send it to you guys quick. I put a ton of it right there. I got a bunch of the longer ones here. So you guys can see I got the greens. I got the blues because they take so long. I do need a Nerf room. I need one. But look at this. I mean, I got a ton of stuff. But yeah, I try to keep it organized, right? I got a ton of the brass breeches right here. I got a lot of the... That bin right there is like the stuff that I print that is not exactly right. There's my Snow White or white, you know, one that I had. There's a bunch of my brass breeches down there. But you could see... Oh, you could see the wall. I mean, there's some stuff on here you guys can never really... You know, a lot of the 3D printed ones. I got a lot of the custom kind of XFKOs kind of down here ready to go. But again, what? You know how much printing time that is? That is so much. Let's see what I do need. I mean, I wish I had a Nerf room like you, man. I feel like Clean Workshop is a workshop not being used. I've talked for way too long. Wow, you kind of already do. But see, this is exactly, again, kind of where I do all of my filming. We're going to go over here too. So you can see from a back view, I mean, that is my Nerf area. Much smaller than Nerf Talks. You guys know I like to do some pit bike and stuff. And then again, you guys know about my like mountain bike and like this. And look at, there is my, oh, jeez. Look at all the, and then, so this is the secret hidden area back here. Look at this. See, I got a ton of blast. I mean, you guys, hopefully you guys can see it. They are stacked just back there. Just a ton of blasters stacked in the back. But there you go, guys. I mean, I wanted to show you guys kind of behind the scenes. Let me put you guys back up here. One day we'll do a more in-depth, right? We'll do a more in-depth on that. But I just kind of want to show you everything that happens in my little studio here. It probably looks bigger than, you know, what it comes out to be on here. But you'll play some chess. Wash. But again, you know, I love all my fans, man. I love all you guys. Like whether you come in here and chit chat, you know, while you're headed to bed or whatever the case is. I just figured, hey, when I put a lot of these together, why not just, you know, why not just show you guys what I do instead of me just out here not saying anything and me just putting these things together and being like, all right, I'm out. See, right, right, see ya. Because I don't know, you know, maybe one day this will inspire somebody who's like, wow, you made that kit? I'm like, yeah, I designed it and everything. And a few people were asking me about tips on designing, about using Fusion 360. I might do that. I don't know. I mean, again, I am no pro. I learned it from the ground up, from zero knowledge. Downloaded the program, watched some YouTube videos, and was like, okay, I think I can design, you know, like, I'm like, I think I can design something like that, but it is so complicated to create. I am not going to lie. Like, to create this part is hundreds of hours of measuring, printing, tweaking, looking up videos on YouTube. It is very, very difficult. And I would love to show you my journey, like, on the design. Like, okay, how do you design it? How do you do that? How do you take it from that to printing to putting it on the part? Like, how do you go through your iterations? How do you get it right? And I think that by far is the hardest thing. Is just kind of getting it all right so that it works, so you have confidence to sell it to somebody and you know it's going to be quality, right? So anyways, that's my 2 cents, guys. I'm just kind of like, I'm just glad that I got the the subs that I do, because a lot of you guys are really cool. Again, I couldn't do it without you guys, right? All you guys who are in here. Some of the names I've seen many a times, many a times. So there you go, guys. Geez, what are we at? An hour and a half, man. Kind of getting hungry. Maybe I need some pumpkin bread. I don't know. But that's about it, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. As always, you guys can leave them here. You guys can always ask me later. Trying to think of all the questions people asked me before on the last thing. Yes, I should have a video up this weekend about the next giveaway, the 30-day long giveaway. We're going to do that. New designs coming out this weekend, hopefully, whether it is just selling the painted versions. I want to have 2, right? I have the candy, and then I have either the slime one, or I have kind of this kind of like stony color. Like, I was going to call it hyper. I know, I'm like, oh my gosh. But that stuff is printing, and again, it takes a little bit of while. It takes a while to see, but yeah, no problems for the live stream, guys. I'm glad you guys like this. I mean, I like it. Just chit-chatting with the fans and building blasters, right? So, all right, guys. I can see there's more comments, but I just want to. Okay, let's see here. You should do a video showing. Oh yeah, I should do my hydro dip. Then you guys can make fun of me when I hydro dip my hand. I'm gonna get gloves, but I should do that. Is the slime orange with green goo? The slime. So the slime, I was gonna do something like orange to green, but I wanted it kind of like drippy, but I don't know how to do that effect. And I watched some things on YouTube on how to do it, but I'm like, that is so like beyond me, and it's really not meant for a curved blaster. So I was gonna hydro dip. I wasn't gonna hydro dip all of mine, but I was like, this one turned out really good, and then I was gonna hydro dip the slime one and do like a real green and bright green, and then maybe do a front stubby on it, right? Because I think it would look awesome. But spray paint is like super hard to find right now. I don't know what the deal is, but spray paint is like, I go to like Lowe's and Home Depot. I'm like, there's like nothing. I'm like, where's it so hard to get spray paint? You should do a video showing how your hydro dip is a slime. Your 8 blasters, let me know. Right here. Here it is. These are my 8 blasters down the line. all these XFKOs. I will definitely send you my list of 8. I think that would be awesome if you can in Nerf Talk, if you can get enough other channels or whatever people in your thing, they can say, okay, we're gonna pick 8 of them, and then each person picks a blaster and says, okay, that's my pick. Like, let's see how far that can make it down the bracket. Yeah, I think the slime one is gonna look good. It's just getting the right color greens and stuff is like right now it's like impossible. I'm like, what's so difficult about getting spray paint right now, right? And then again, my hyper one that I was gonna do is gonna be very similar to these colors, where I was gonna do gray, but I was gonna do kind of a you can put like a texture on it, like you can hold over like a, I don't know, this thing that looks kind of like squares, and you can spray paint so it has a really cool texture. And if I paint it yellow first and then tape off like a lightning bolt, I think it would look sweet. But I haven't tried it yet, and so if I mess that up, I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board. Maybe I'll just go back to the all-white version. I don't know. I at least want 2 different custom blasters that I could put up and say, okay, these are unique ones. They're not, and these, again, will be more, like right now, the XFKOs, like the Stubbys, yeah, you can build those pretty easy. So those are always in stock. But these will be ones that I build like 2 a month of each, and then that's it. Because they take just too long. Like, literally that paint job, to sand it, to do it, it's like a day and a half to do it right. And then painting the little, releases there. Takes about a day and a half. So, yeah. Anyways, there you go, guys. Slime will look cool. Like I said, just let me know if you guys have any questions. I always enjoy the live chats with you guys. Thanks again, guys.